Hi, my name is Alex Jones and I'm 25 years of age. In this video, I have prepared a speech for Tuesday, May the 27th, 2014 for the provincial debates that will take place in Orangeville at Westside Secondary School. Justify to me and everyone in this room inflation. Inflation is a tax on the middle class and the poor. The rich get richer and the poor get poorer because of inflation. Justify to me and everyone in this room why the fact that Canadians are paying $160 million a day in interest on the national debt, over $60 billion a year in interest on the national debt, $488 a second in interest on the national debt. Canada's debt right now is $620 billion. Ontario's alone is $265 billion. For the government doesn't have any currency, it has to beg, borrow, steal, or print it. Justify to me and everyone in this room why for a fact that a 12-year-old girl of the name of Victoria Grant has figured out the banking stranglehold that is exhibited over this nation. For it is clearly stated in Canada's Constitution, Section 91 of the Constitution, that the government is the sole issuer of Canada's currency, not private foreign national banking cartels, for that matter. Former Minister of Defense Paul Heller has publicly stated that if the government was to pump debt-free currency into the markets, we'd be out of this depression in 2 weeks. I say again, if the government injected debt-free currency into the markets, we'd be out of this depression in 2 weeks. Justify to me and everyone in this room why for a fact that not one SS officer has gone to jail for their crimes that they have committed against the people of Toronto in 2010 at the G20. There were reports of women being threatened with rape, arbitrarily detaining Canadians in Gitmo-style concentration camps, illegal search and seizures, bullying, coercing, excessive use of force, IDs please, papers please, papers please. For my forefathers bled on the fields of France. They stormed the beaches of Normandy. They did not risk their lives so that their grandchildren and great-grandchildren could live the lives of slaves. For these are our constitutional rights. These are natural rights. These are unalienable rights. Rights that were paid with blood, sweat, and tears. And on that day you took them away from us with a single stroke of a pen. To the men and women who sit before me, to the men and women who are dispossessed of wealth, who loll on their sofas and roll in their 21st century carriages, who will never understand the wants nor the sufferings of the day's labourer, go home from us in peace. We do not want your arms nor your counsels. Go home from us in peace. We do not want your arms nor your counsels. For I do not care to listen to your propagandized opinions. I do not care to listen to your answers that would be well versed in double speak, double act, and double think. To the men and women to my left and my right, all politicians are incompetent. All political institutions are rooted in corruption. We cannot solve our problems politically. We never have. We never will. Stay home, Ontario. Do not vote. Do not vote for the Liberals. Do not vote for the Conservatives. Do not vote for the NDP. Do not vote for me. We cannot take another 4 more years of failed policies and broken promises. I am your friend, I am not your enemy. The only thing we have to fear is fear itself. I know nothing and neither do you. The only reason people vote Liberal is because they do not want to vote Conservative. The only reason why people vote Conservative is because they do not want to vote Liberal. We deserve a better system. We deserve better than a lying Wainwright, a delusional Tim Hudak, a flip-flopping Andrea Horthwith. Stay home, Ontario. Do not vote. The only system that I will vote for, the only system I advocate for, is direct democracy. Let the people vote. To the men and women to my left and my right, start demanding to become independent. Start demanding to become self-reliant. Start demanding to think for yourself. For self-education is the best form of education. Stay home. Do not vote. Ask these people today how we can prevent war. How can we increase agricultural yield without exhausting the soil? How can we design systems to stop people from crashing into each other? Tell me something about the physical world. What are you going to do when 47% of the people cannot find jobs due to automation? What will you do when the US government declares bankruptcy and we see 147 sovereign debt defaults? To the men and women to my left and my right who are listening to the words that are coming out of my mouth, if you want to understand why I say what I say, read Smedley D. Butler's book, War is a Racket. Read The Best That Money Can't Buy by Jacques Fresco. Read The Truth About Canada by Mel Hurtig. Watch the following documentaries: Paradise or Oblivion, Future in Design, The Money Masters, 97% economy owned, the documentary The Four Horsemen. For you are my brothers and sisters. We are all 46 and 2. We all breathe the same air. We all bleed the same color. We all cherish our children's futures, and we are all mortal human beings. There is no us or them. There is no me or I. There is only we. We, the people of Ontario. We, the people of this world. We all inhabit this small pale blue dot, and we are all in this together, regardless if we like it or not. Morality, not violence. Peace, not war. Freedom, not servitude. Justice, not injustice. Paradise or oblivion, to make it or not to make it, is the question of this century. Stay home, Ontario. Do not vote. Direct democracy is the solution. Let the people vote. Mark Twain said it best, and I quote, "In the beginning of a change, the patriot is a scarce man, and brave, and hated, and scorned. When his cause succeeds, the timid join him, but then it costs nothing to be a patriot." Albert Einstein said it best, "The very definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over again and expecting a different result." For kindred spirits always meet violent opposition from mediocre minds. Stay home, Ontario. Do not vote. Direct democracy is the solution. Let the people vote.